A little break from shopping football this weekend. Take a little break from that. There's some new movies based on actual events you might want to check out. Michael Cook's here to review King Richard and House of Gucci.
Yes, let's start off with King Richard. This movie, both of these movies you mentioned are based on true stories. Here, Will Smith plays Richard Williams, the father of the famed tennis players Venus and Serena Williams, who are two of the all-time best tennis players in the history of tennis. The story centers around them as young girls, or teenagers, preteens. Will Smith's character, he is their coach, their father, their life coach, where he has a plan for his daughters to leave the rough and tumble Compton to become tennis superstars. Will Smith in this film is fantastic as the unconventional father. I mean, he just does things his way. You may not agree with him, but you admire the way he's doing it, because at his heart, he's doing what he thinks is best for his daughters to not only be world-class champions on the tennis courts, but also to be well-rounded individuals in life in total. He butts up against the sort of the establishment of tennis. There's a lot of classism and racism that he must deal with, because tennis is at that time is just pretty much an all-white sport. But Will Smith's character does a fantastic job of just fighting and persevering to get his daughters the best coaches, the best training, all the while being their father. Well-rounded cast. Tony Goldwyn and John Barenthal play two of the coaches that teach Serena and Venus. One slight problem I had with the film is that the two young women who played these superstars, I don't think were given enough time to really let their characters flesh out a little bit more. I would have liked to have seen more, because those are the ones who became superstars. But Will Smith, of course, is the one who is the focus. So I can understand the filmmaker's point of view on that. I think Will Smith will definitely get an Oscar nomination for this performance, because you forget it's him. He just sort of disappears into this role.
He looks like him,
too. He does look like him. He has the mannerisms, and so you forget. And the lovely thing about this movie is that these people all love each other. They want what's best for each other, and they just don't quit. And you just have to admire that. And clearly that's some of the reasons why these two women became best of all time. So I thoroughly love this movie. It's a great family film. You can watch it on HBO Max, or you can go to the theaters. I highly recommend it for your entire family. I give this film a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Lovely. Just a lovely, fun, heartwarming film.
Okay.
Now, the next film to talk about is called House of Gucci, also based on the true story of the famous fashion Gucci family. Lady Gaga plays a woman who first meets one of the sons of Gucci, and clearly she's going to get her hooks into this Gucci family, and she chases. Adam Driver plays Maurizio Gucci, and they eventually, of course, they meet cute and they marry. All the while, this cast has an all-star cast. It's Al Pacino, Jeremy Irons, Jared Leto. There you see Jared Leto. He is the son of Al Pacino in this movie. He's sort of the hapless black swan. Frankly, though, between the way he looks like the comedian Gallagher, because he has a fat suit on, and he sounds like
Were he watermelons?
Yeah, exactly. And he sounds like Chef Boyardee, like, hey, I'm a chef, spicy meatball. I mean, it's like so over the top. This is a 2.5-hour movie, and you feel its length. The pacing is just incredibly slow. At time, there's a lot of machinations of who's going to control the family fashion, and it just gets kind of boring. And you're kind of confused on what they're trying to do in this movie. Lady Gaga is a standout character in this film, but this was just a long, boring film. You knew there was something good in this movie, but it just didn't come out. You had not a good use of the cast. It just, frankly, boring. Even with all the storyline. All in all, though, I give this a 6 out of 10.
So many stars and
so many stars, and it just didn't work. Wow. So 2.5 hours of your time, maybe go shopping at Gucci instead of seeing the movie Gucci.
So you're not a big fan of Chef Boyardee?
Yeah, well, I love Chef Boyardee. My family used to own Italian restaurants, so I love Italian food. But
is Chef Boyardee really Italian, though?
He is. He was a real Italian man. He was Boyardee, but they spelled it differently. And he's, But of course, they had the chef had. Hey. That's his whole impression. But he made millions just doing,
Yeah, we've got no dime from that.
Exactly.
All right, let's go check in with the Rants right now, and you stay on play.
Got to give a shout out to Amy. Wanted to hear some